Okay, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Age Technology Screens. We're going to move the fan out of the way. We're going to be doing a certified screen test, 9 certified screens versus our Advanced Ambient Light Projection, XFER, which stands for transfer, and transfer 44 Professional Black. This is the spray-on screen paint application that we've been throwing everything at, and this screen has been doing an amazing job. So 64 ounces of this technology, which is the biggest we're going to make it in, basically should be enough to paint the 120-inch kit. This screen will come with a screen size of 100-inch to 120-inch. Gives you the option to choose which one you want, or if you want to customize something between that area. It is fully ultra short throw compatible, which we did a demonstration inside and out. The white levels are actually incredible. We did demonstrations on white surfaces versus in snowstorms, and see how the screen's white levels would pick off. Contrast levels are at 100% because the screen is black, and the screen's color capabilities are absolutely incredible. So one of the things we like to do is to show off our screen's worth, is to go against certified screens, and we do this in color patterns, white levels, and we do this in contrast. All right, so let me get the fan out of the way, and we can go from there. And I forgot to put in the test number. We'll put the test number in after the video's up. I'm supposed to put test right next to show you that it is a test demonstration. All right, let me go get these ready so we can get started. Okay. Let's play this when I get ready. We're going to be doing 9 certified screens. Now, to be fair,
down there, camera with commercial. The candles are lit and the playlist is fired. But before it goes down, clean yourself out.
To be fair, these certified screens work perfectly fine. Usually they test their technology next to white screens, which I can understand that because, as I said before, majority of all the screens are going to bump to white screens. We like to test our technology against the certified screens to show you that where our product, where our technology stands, and also too to show that the worth of our product. We're going to start off with a white screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
And as you can see, we are in a fully lit environment, no dark spots, no dark areas, and nothing like that. No high-powered projectors. We're using our 720p projector. We're going to start off with the Dark Star 9. This has a 0.9 gain right there. So we'll put this one up first. And we'll be doing daylight screens. This is one of their, everything will stop sticking together. We got tape on everything. Get this ready. So there you go. This is daylight screen here. And that has a 0.8 gain. Put that one right here. All right, this is another one from Daylight. This has a 2.3 gain. Right there, that's the color right there. Alright, this is a, cover this over, did we not? Yes, we did. Say matinee black, if I'm saying that correctly. That is by Seymour AV. Put that right over here. Like I said, usually we see people trying to do these demonstrations, they will pick screens that will come close to their product as much as possible because, again, they don't want too much conflict. On top of that, a lot of the demonstrations are done in the dark. Because the contrast levels won't pull on their screen, but it will pull on the other screen with no problem. All right, this is a DMP Supernova right there. Let's see, gunmetal technology. The Dark Star 9 is all we need because that is the darkest and the best screen from Elite Screens category. And again, we take that one without a problem. The other screens basically won't be an issue because that would be the darkest and your best screen. This is going to be, let me see, it's a matinee black. That is by Seymour. Saying that correctly, I hope I am. Okay. Next, I'm going to go with a matinee silver. Oh, I forgot about the Firehawk G5. I'm going to see if we can get another. It would be pointless because it's a gray screen, a very light gray screen. It would not be able to compete with the technology because, again, like I said, the black levels are basically going to be the screen up. But still, want to do that test. We never got it. We never even got it. I'm going to see if I can call them again to see if I can get that surface. Let me see. This is a DMP Supernova, you can see right there. That's a DMP Supernova, I can see it that well. Right at the top right there. We need to get some more sample sheets, DMP Supernova. That's the color right there. Okay. All right. And last, we have a Seymour AV 1.3 right there. So this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 certified screens. We don't have to get the rest of the certified screens from Elite Screens because I said before, their flagship would be their Dark Star 9. So that is the best of the technology that they have. So again, like I said, that right there, we're able to defeat that one. The rest of them are quite easy. All right, let's see. Let's start off with the white levels first. Which I like to show, the white levels. There we are. And I want to put more tape on that other screen at the bottom because it's not laying completely flat. They have to lay completely flat. If not, you will get this dark edges around the screen, and that's what you don't want. That's not a fair demonstration for them. We don't cheat in our demonstration. We do everything fair. There. There. All right, that's better. Make sure that's laying nice and flat. Now we're using our 4000 lumen 720p projector. We have plenty of lumen power. We're good to go. Let's go from here. We have the white levels. Let's go over and let's pull up our color patterns. So we're going to go with our first red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, so as you can see, our screen pulls up the more advanced color. I don't like how that screen's pulling up off the surface. So I'm going to take that one down a little better too. We want to be, like I said, I like to do my demonstrations fair and by the book. So as you can see, we were in the forum sites yesterday doing this one. The price that we're charging for our product, yeah, they see it as way more than reasonable. This is a screen that's easy taking out certified screens, and these screens run anywhere from $1,500. You get them for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to $5,000. And keep in mind, that's just for a 100-inch. None of these screens are ultra short though compatible, which means that there's a special screen for that, and you will not be taking these outside. Now the only screen that we have that we can take outside is a Yardmaster. I don't know if the other companies make outdoor screens, but we can check into that. I don't know what the point would be because a white screen would be to stand up against a black screen outside. But there's our color red, blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now the reason why we show you the color patterns first is because this way you can see exactly which screen is pulling the best colors compared to our technology. All right, from there, let's pull up green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There we go. It's green. Let's go over to purple screen.
Getting that from
I
YouTube.
like to do the basic colors first, and then after that we move on to the color pattern. So there's purple, how it basically pulls up on our screen next to our black technology. I'm going to walk in front of my screen so you can see that it is actually jet black. There we go. Make sure we're not doing anything funny over here. Our screens are actually black, not gray. All right, let's pull up another one. Here's light dark purple.
Master Armor introduced all.
We don't need all that. Let's go over to this one over here. There we go. All right, let's pull up gray screen.
Getting that from
So
YouTube.
see how shades of gray put up? We're going to start with the dark gray. That's the dark gray. You can see in the background. When I come out of this menu, you will see right there in the corner, that's the color we're picking. We're going to pick up, let's see, it says mid gray or light gray. There's light gray right there. Okay, now from there we're going to pick up the mid gray. And there you go right there. All right, let's go pick up the yellow screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There's yellow. That's how our technology picks up yellow compared to certified screens. Let's pick up pink screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, I'll grab pink. There we go. Looks more like a fuchsia to me, to tell you the truth. All right. Let's go from there. Let's go to a slow color change out.
Getting that from
So
YouTube.
what this is going to do is basically going to change out the colors so that way you can see the difference between our product versus theirs. Unfortunately, we have to go through a commercial for this one. All right, there we go. So this is going to randomly select colors so you can see which one is producing the better color, our technology versus the certifies. And this is usually what we show when we go to the forum sites. Forum sites are places that we go to where people have these screens actually in their dedicated theater rooms or their homes or whatever. And we show this demonstration right here. I love how we don't show up the projector because they swear it's a projector. They swear by it's a projector. And then we show them what we're using and then they realize it's a screen. All right, let's go with our white levels here. 4K Snow Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
So we show our color patterns. Next thing then we start showing off the white levels, where our white levels are compared to these screens. As you can see, these screens are much lighter than our dark technology. Now, these demonstrations are very important because in this demonstration, it allows us to be able to show how high the white levels are. We don't expect for our technology to be able to pull a white level equal to some screens because they are lighter and they're going to pick up higher white levels, but we do expect for our technology not to come out so dark you can't even see the screen. That's why we had the white versus our technology. We use white shades of paper, and then we're going to use some white certified screens also too. We've done that outside on the Ultra Short though yesterday. I'm planning to do another one today. Here comes the watcher. Is he right there? Yeah, he's right there. He's watching the screen. That's a cool cat. He watches a lot of screen in the day. All right. Let's come out here. If she will play nicely with me, which she's not doing right now. She fought me a bit right there. Okay. Now that's being displayed, I'll show you the environment. We'll step back. We're actually, my projector's back much farther than that. This is where my projector sits at around probably about 15 feet from the screen. As you can see, fully lit environment, plenty of light in the environment. Let me make sure we ain't getting the buttons. Okay, we're not getting the buttons. There we go. Shut my phone off one time we got the buttons. All right. How can you watch anything, won't you? I'll put it back on. I have to leave. There we go. There's our snowstorm display. Let me make sure I get this open. Let's see if it's also too. Camera. There we go. This is why when I see demonstrations of people doing certified screens, they would do a whole lot of abstract demonstrations with stuff flying across the screen. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do a color pattern. You're supposed to show exactly which screen is going to pull the best color. You show your white levels and then you show your contrast. And it should be done in a fully lit environment. I can't express that enough by seeing demonstrations constantly done, especially contrast demonstrations that are done in the dark. That doesn't help you out at all, period. Because again, the customer, unless he's going to be in the same exact environment, that's the only way it's going to work out. Other than that, most people are not going to change out their environment. For a screen, if that's the case, they just go buy a TV. Let's grab this one right here. dedicated movie theater came from. Dedicated movie theaters have been around for a while. They've been around since reel-to-reel and 1.1 aspect ratio projection screens. But dedicated, that's what they were back then. You know, movie room, you go back and feed your film through your reel. You have a little movie room back there. Now today's projectors are different. They're right up there in the living room. It wasn't like that so many years back. So the whole object is to try to get projectors more and more and more, and screens more and more and more, to be used just like TVs. But as I said before, you will never ever be to compete with an OLED TV because, again, first strike, can't see contrast. That's the first strike. And the only problem is that the projector can see it, and just the screen can't accept it. That's all. All right, let's go over here and let's grab this one right here. It's a Snow Cottage.
One bite of Arby's Hush Puppy breaded fish strips, and you're transported to a classic southern fish fry. One bite of those fries, and ooh, you're back at Arby's. Arby's, we have the meat.
The experiences we never forget come from the
I wonder
choices
why they use the term "you're back at Arby's." Like people are leaving.
or the Grand Wagoneer.
That's something that would have put into the
The
commercial.
choice is yours.
This is a cool screensaver to watch. It's really interesting. Still can't figure out how they get the car out of the garage. I mean, but I can see the car out of the garage, but how do they get it from A to B? It's not crossing the bridge. We know that's not going to happen. And it definitely ain't driving around there because there's no road at the other end. It just leads down to a lake. No, beautiful setup. Very, very beautiful setup. Especially if you like the fish. But I particularly like this one right here, especially for winter, for Christmas. We'll have this displaying on a big screen over here, and then we'll have the ceiling rain and snow, which is very cool to have. Okay. Skyworth food demonstration. Well, she gives us our
Getting
cheap
that from
fortunes.
YouTube.
Should I get it right? Oh yes, we got it right this time. All right. And next we'll do contrast. And we know we got people already griping and crying. There's only 2 people griping and crying about the price of being $640. You see those certified screens laying against this technology? Yep. None of the gray screens can compete with the technology. We already know that from the door. The certifies, again, don't match our technology. And again, that technology is around $640 to 100 to 120 inch screen. These are 100 inch screens that can cost you anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000. And again, they will not be ultra short throw compatible. You would spend more money for an ultra short throw compatible screen, and you will not be taking these screens outside. Our screen can go outside, even on ultra short throw. No ambient light controlled environment, some calibrated projectors, and no expensive projectors required. This would be one of the brightest black screens we ever developed. And keep in mind, it's still at 1%. There's elements missing that we haven't had time to add into the screen. So we figured, let's break a few records. Let's have the screen at 1%, take on everything we could throw at it. Now, do the certified screens work? Yes, they work. They work perfectly fine. You put them against any white screen or gray screen, they're going to do their job. They're going to perform beautifully. The problem we have here is that it's being tested against black technology. And our black screens have the ability to pull amazing contrast, of course, it pulls a 100% contrast. Colors are going to be gorgeous. And the screen has that heightener technology, which is an advanced version of it, which allows the screen to pull an amazing white level. Now I'm trying to figure out what other tests we have to do next. The certified tests were done. We're going to add some more in there for fun, but the certified test is done. We did already the ultra short throw. We did that inside and outside. That test is done. We did a white level test, which we had the white sheets against the screen, showing off snow levels only. We did the black versus black, which is very important, but I want to do two more with that one. Definitely want to do two more with that one. Let's see. We're going outside to do a low lumen projector test outside at 1,000 lumens, and we're going to do one inside at 1,000 lumens. Let's see. We did the ultra short throw test was certified, but there's actually two more I want to get on top of that. But those are ones we'll be doing in between after the product is being sold. We're just doing those for fun. Outside demonstrations, yeah, it passed that with flying colors. It did that one inside and outside with no problem whatsoever. All right, so we ain't got far to go. Got a few more things to do, and we're pretty much almost near done. So we will have a pre-order for the technology. Just so you know, if people asking if they can buy it right now, like you can't actually get it right now. It's still in testing. It's still tough. I want to throw out at the end of the day. Oh wait, before we do the color blend, let's do a contrast. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now we put white levels, we showed color patterns, and next we do is contrast. This is pretty much going to be easy because again our screen is 100% black. No gunmetal will match it. As for the lighter screens, we already know from the door they're not going to be able to match the screen because it's a much lighter screen, but we needed them there to show off the white levels. Let's go with AK Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
I like this particular demonstration because it's very dark. So this is where I tell you that getting a 2 million to 1, you're going to have to pay for it anyway. You can't like opt that option out. It's going to come with it regardless, but you're going to pay for it. You will pay for that 2 million to 1 contrast. The problem you have here is with it, it's pretty much useless. And I told people this, sorry, inform sites it's useless. And so how so? All right, so you get a projector with a 2 million to 1 contrast. Can you use that on a light gray screen? No, you can't, because actually the darker the screen, the better the enhancements for that particular technology on that projector. If it's gunmetal, you're going to pick up a much more darker shade. If it's a light screen, well, it's not going to come out as well as you think it's going to come out. That's why you have to be subjected to a darker environment when it comes to a lighter screen, because the contrast levels won't pull. Where a gunmetal screen will be able to pick up in a much more brighter environment. But like I said, you're not picking up black levels, you're picking up darker shades of gray. You'll pick up a much darker shade of gray with the gunmetal screen, but it will cost you. Our technology, on the other hand, pulls a 100% black level. Regardless if you have 2 million to 1, 100 to 1, 2,000, 4,000, really doesn't make a difference. You will not use that option because, again, what's the point of having a 2 million to 1 contrast if your screen's already black? It's an option you can just turn off because you'll never use it. The only way you'll have to use that, unless you're going against a gray screen, which again, it's not going to pull you a darker shade of gray, you're going to have to switch over to a gunmetal to pull up a darker level. And you're still going to be in an ambient light controlled environment, and you still are going to have to calibrate your projector. Black background, goldfish, screensaver. I like this one because the background is completely black. Oh, she done bounced me out. Let's try it again. There we go, it's right there. They could have gave me that right there. Now we may have some people saying, well, your my screen's 88 inches. That's a test screen at 88. We got 120 downstairs, 150, 127, 1610, 129 in the basement, 135 upstairs, 180 to the ceiling, 160 to the floor, 150 outside, 250 outside. So again, we have done screens on this scale right here and done them on massive giant scale size screens. Nothing changes at all, period. It's just getting a much bigger picture with our technology. The problem you're going to have with trying to do a projector at a larger scale on a gray or white screen is this a screen that's going to have an issue. Number one, at 100 inches, imagine you're expanding the screen to take in more light. And the bigger your screen gets, the more light it's going to take in. And on top of that, you're going to be expanding your picture a little wider. When you're dealing with a smaller screen, you're dealing with a more compressed image. And even with a compressed image at 88 inches at 4,000 lumens, a gray screen or white screen do not pick up. Not even on ultra short throw, they can't be seen. As we're displaying here with the technology we have here. All right, let's go with, let me see. Black level contrast test.
Getting that from YouTube.
I hate it when she basically does not want to move. Okay. Black OLED contrast test. She's having a moment today. This is one of her moments. This is why I don't trust voice recognition software. OLED black contrast test.
Getting that from YouTube.
I wouldn't dare wire this stuff into my house. You'd have to be insane to do that. It doesn't work all the time. Literally has issues all the time.
Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or no wheels, I go to eBay Motors.
Surface downstairs is dry already. I'm going to show you how that turned out. There's a reason why we chose that particular material to coat. Number one, it fits the screen like a glove, nice and tight. Number two, once it's coated, it dries. It tightens up as it starts to dry. With our technology applied to it, it looks absolutely incredible, as you can see. The formula marries well to it, extremely well. Now this surface will be free. Like I said, it's big enough to do a screen size of 100 inch to 120 inch. Now keep in mind, my customers, when using our technology, can walk into any form site and display their technology and take out a certified screen with ease. With a projector, they paid pretty much next to nothing for it. As you can see, when you go to our website and you check out my customer demonstrations, all of them are in well-lit environments. Some are even sitting outside. Now I like this demonstration because it shows every time the screen comes up with a bit of a discoloration to it, like a tan look to it, the screen can't see and accept color and contrast. As I said before, all the test demonstration, we've been doing all this technology. Feel free to go out and find out how many people are doing our test demonstrations. We do the most test demonstrations on our screen paint products than anybody else. Do the research. We advise people to go out and look, hunt, do the research, and see how many people can match our demonstrations, let alone our tests. Philips 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's get some nice bright colors in here. Inside of it. .4K Snow screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I have it up here.
Make this the summer you realize the farther you go, the better it gets. And discover that even out here, you're never alone. Make this the summer of Jeep with the most awarded SUV brand. For those who love peanut butter, and those who want it.
LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now we hear some individuals screaming about 4K. You don't get it. You just don't get it. If a 720p looks this incredible, an outdated 720p, what do you think a 4K is going to look like on it? It's a more advanced projector. That's why we do them at 720p. If I started this off with a very high-end expensive projector, it's kind of hard for customers to relate to figure out exactly where the technology is coming from, the screen or the projector. Now, my customers own 4K because we do business at 4K projectors, and the product works perfectly fine, no problem. The problem I have with what I see with 4K projectors involving other screen paint products, again, fake environments, dark environments, calibrated projectors, and again, they have to stick to those particular projectors because everything else will not look well. So, again, I would advise strongly to start doing demonstrations in your actual real environment, as we do here all the time. And that's not just one person. Those are the videos we have seen on other people doing the exact same thing. One person was showing up a contrast level on a P2 in the dark. This is supposed to replace the TV, man. It's going to have a hard time replacing the TV at the end of the day. And it's not going to compete with an OLED. I don't care how high your contrast is. You have to have a black screen. See how all the detail is coming out in the pipes? See, I can see that crystal clear. See, on other screens you can't bring it up. Now, these screens are used to being with a much more high power projector, more expensive projector, and they're used to being an ambient light controlled environment. This is not ambient light controlled, and that's not an expensive projector behind it. So if I'm going to spend that kind of money for a projection screen, it needs to work. Now, for them to get all hyped up and say, your product works. It can produce better than a white screen, but our screen's not white. While we have some companies right now that don't want to go against our products at all, period. And I mentioned who, but they just don't want to go against the products. Let's see how they fare with some deep blues. I'm going to go over here to the underwater fish, the fish, sharks and dolphins and all that other good stuff. Pure color, it should be, and should stop sticking, which would be nice. There we go. there because we already know that they're from there. Okay, I just want to see the blues pop up. See the blues on our end. I want to check out some bright colors. First, we're going to pick up the contrast, of course. Paints are black. And we'll pick up the color. As I said, I go to one of those expos, the 120-inch screen, I will use this projector right here. That's all I need. That's all I need is a 720p 2012 projector. That's all I need. I'll leave it out there and I'll probably sit in the background, watch them laugh at my projector, just laugh at like, who the freak owns this piece of junk? And then watch my technology do this. They wouldn't even bother turning on the projector on their setup. Would be no point. I can see the comments right now. Is this a joke? Like, look at this. Is this a joke? Yeah. And I'm going to turn on my screen. And boom, I can knock out every last one of those certifieds with no problem. And do it for much cheaper. Much, much cheaper. This is why when I tell you we have companies that we have submitted for samples and they have denied us. And like I said, I got into this business to even the playing field. Because I thought, I mean, to them, that's their own business what they want to charge in their day, you know, but to me, I thought that the average Joe basically can't afford one of these screens and doesn't want to spend the money for a high-end 4K projector at the end of the day, should still be able to have an amazing screen. And if he has 720p, why shouldn't he have? And the home theater world, it goes by how deep your pockets are. If you got the money, you can go out and you can get one of these expensive screens and get yourself a top-end projector, which you're going to need to make that screen look somewhat okay. And again, you got to have deep pockets. The deeper your pockets, the more advanced your setup looks. Well, guess what? That's the reason why I got into this business. I got into this business to even the playing field, where now the everyday Joe doesn't have to worry about a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast or calibrating, or whether if he works with ultra short throw or long throw, or if he's stuck inside. He can basically take our technology, go to eBay, get himself a wrong choice of words, $700. Ooh, that's too much money. Yeah, that's way too much money. Get himself a $100, $150, $160 projector, or a $60 projector we have sitting on the floor for this big display over here, and be able to have a massed up screen size on an ultra short at 150 inch without spending $3,100 to $4,100 for a projector that says, hey, you can have this if you pay for this. Or being stuck in environments because your screen can't see contrast or color. You can just go and get a 720p projector and have an image that amazing that can take out a certified screen just like that without costing them thousands of dollars. So when we tell you we save you thousands, we show we save you thousands. As I said before, and sorry, People take this the wrong way, but it's true. How can you save people money if you can't save money yourself? It's what I pay for my projectors. This is why I have like over 70 projectors. I really don't have to spend any money. As for these screens, they gave me one of these screens. What would I do with it? I would paint over top of it because we couldn't use it. Not to be rude or disrespectful, but truthfully, that's what would happen. If I got a Dark Star 9, someone gave it to me, I can't use that screen. We have technology over here that's better than a Dark Star 9, so I would just paint over top of it. Now we're going to angle the screen to go darker because some of the screens have the narrow viewing cone effect. Our screen doesn't have an issue. It'll maintain that level anywhere you turn it. We went outside and looked around the screen. It doesn't turn dark and none of that's when it's issues at all. I can't wait to be outside on 1,000 lumens. Let's do one more. Let's do this one. I like doing this one right here. Why the demonstrations are so long. There's so much we have to show you. I mean, just coming on there and just showing a screen with some abstract and a dark environment and calibrated projector, no, you don't do it that way. Fully lit environment, plenty of light in the environment, number one. And you want to make sure that when you're doing the demonstration, you show those color patterns so people can see the difference. If you put a lot of abstract like this right here, if we only did this right here, it makes it kind of hard to make out what's what. So it's better when you do the colors so the customers can see exactly what blue, green, red, orange, and purple is going to look like. Then you do your contrast, and you do your white levels, and then you do a little abstract across the screen. Looking at this shop back here. Is it right here? Yeah, right there, this shop. That's the kind of shop we know genies aren't real, but they were real. This would be the shop to find one, I guarantee you. That would be a bit of a scary thing if genies were real. You have to figure out exactly which ones are good ones or bad ones. You can actually free one from imprisonment or basically just get a good one at the end of the day. Who knows? All right, well, we're done here. And this screen's already passed being able to compete with certified screens. And as I said before, the certified screens work perfectly fine. They do their job. And spray and white screens, they do a fantastic job. Just that our technology is actually a lot better. Right, let's show the screen without the samples all over it. And I'll show you what this finished screen downstairs in the basement is looking like. It's not painted yet, but I'll show you what the when we prime the surface it looks like. Okay, what are we asking for here? I just want you to play the video. I didn't ask for all that. Show you what the screen looks like finished downstairs. It's dry. As soon as the ingredients gets here, I gotta wait for my ink to get here too. I just ordered the ink, so that'll be here today. At least the price went down. It used to be like 68 bucks for basically just one coating. There we go. That's why we like to use that particular surface, because it dries nice and flat. What do you? It dries nice and flat to the surface. That's what we like about it. So I wanted to see if some customers will prime, some won't prime. We'll probably advise you to prime the surface. It goes because you use less paint, that's why, to actually apply it. But also too, I also want to see if it will actually coat this surface, being the color that it is too also too. That I want to know also too, but like I said, we'll advise you to prime the surface. And like I said, it's very easy to do. It's one coat. One thing I wanted to see if the surface was going to bead up, because sometimes you'll have that where the surface will have these little beads all over the surface. It means it didn't grab well, which means you have to put a light coating, and then you got to put a heavier coating, which I didn't want to do. I'm happy that I only had to put one coating and that was done, and that's it. So with that being said, next time around, when we have the formula, if we get it all here today, we'll spray, get this done, and then we'll have it upstairs and we'll be finished. All right, let me go upstairs. Happy with that. That's our scrap frame. We built that in scraps around the shop. Hey, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow. Wow, wow. Hey, buddy. You would like a new toy today? I'm gonna get you a new toy today. We gotta put the batteries in your other one, charge them up too. All right. Soon we'll have it ready. You'll be able to place your order for the product. Still got a few more tests to go. We did a lot of paint on demonstrations with it, so that's good. All right, I got to get out of here. This video, I got to send it to a customer who is interested in seeing how the product would look toward certified screens. This is also a test demonstration also. I didn't have enough in the caption to put test, so I'll put the rest of it in there, and then this will be done. And in the description, we'll be adding more information as we go along. All right, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. Ooh, I forgot to add real quick. Sorry, Jesus. I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. We can never forget him. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.